What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the second channel, and welcome back to Hoops Hub, man. In today's video, we're going to be talking about realistic landing spots if Kevin Durant were to request a trade again. Now, I do have to address one thing. Again, as you guys all may know, I took a pretty large break from this second channel. I don't think I've recorded a video on this channel in like a couple of months, and it's mainly been because of the fact that I've been really busy with college and a lot of work, and like having two channels and balancing that out was a lot of work for me. So I wasn't really able to dedicate as much time as I needed to or wanted to on the second channel. But I'm making a conscious effort now, and I've realized that I probably should start making more videos on this channel. So I will be making videos on the second channel once a week. You guys will get weekly videos on the second channel at least once a week, is what I'm going to promise right now. Obviously, if it starts going well and all that stuff, then I'll start to ramp it up on this channel. But I think weekly videos should be good for now, where I just talk about the NBA and talk about what's going on around the league. And like I said, today's video is topical because this article came out today by Eric Pincus, and Kevin Durant. It's been a topic of discussion, man. Kevin Durant came out with his interview with Chris Haynes, and he was talking about why he requested a trade in the offseason and what are his expectations for the team. He basically dissed the entire starting lineup, where he was like, what am I supposed to do with this? So we're going to be talking about that. But again, I really apologize for the break. I know you guys were probably like, where'd he go? But I'm back, and I will be back, once a week. You guys are going to get videos from me on this channel. And if you guys are from the main channel, welcome. If you guys are not, welcome. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be at the Heat Report 2 which will be in the description. So if you guys want to follow that, go ahead. And if you guys are Heat fans, if you want to follow my main channel, that will also be in the description. Let's get right into it, man. I rambled enough. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. And yeah, Chris Haynes, like I said, man, Chris Haynes did a really exclusive interview with Kevin Durant, and he was talking about how he doesn't like how they're preparing. And this quote right here is like concerning at times. It's like, look at our starting lineup. Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group? Which is facts, but it's like, bro, like, do you say that about your teammates, KD? Like, I get it. Like, you're not wrong. This starting lineup is terrible, but it's like you're not instilling any confidence in that lineup by saying that about them. So I don't really see things getting much better for KD and the Nets, to be honest. You got the whole Ben Simmons thing. Apparently, they're not really happy with him. Kyrie, the whole situation going on with him, he's kind of just become a distraction at this point. And yeah, he's not asked for a trade yet, but he might. So we're gonna go through this article. Raptors, I think, are the first team. They're unlikely to offer Scotty Barnes, and the Brooklyn might demand Barnes, but Toronto may have the best offer with OG Anunoby, multiple first-round picks, 3 swaps. I don't expect Brooklyn to be hasty with this if KD requests a trade. OG, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., like, those are solid pieces. Like, OG has been playing extremely well this season, and then Gary and Fred are good players. Obviously, Fred was an all-star last season. If Brooklyn doesn't get Scotty, I don't see why they would do a deal with the Raptors, just because Kevin Durant is like, this guy's Kevin Durant, bro. You just don't give him up for nothing. And OG Anunoby is not nothing, but Scotty Barnes is the main attraction on the Raptors. So I don't really expect a deal with the Raptors to be done, particularly just because I think the Raptors won't want to give up Scotty, rightfully so, and then the Brooklyn Nets won't want to do any other trade without Scotty Barnes, rightfully so. So that is the Raptors. Suns with Bridges and picks. This already sounds terrible for the Nets. Bridges, Ayton, and picks. I think this was the deal that was rumored in the offseason. Like, Bridges, Ayton, and picks is like, okay, it's like okay, it's not bad, but like, the thing is, like, those picks won't be valuable because the Suns are going to be extremely good with KD. Bridges and Ayton, like Ayton, I'm not really sure what Ayton's value is, because Ayton, he hasn't been good this season at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still a young center. I think Bridges would be a good get for the Nets, but not for Kevin Durant. You would need another really quality young player. Ayton shows the potential to be a quality young player, but right now, he doesn't look that promising right now. He looks, he just looks like he's out there. You know, he's not really playing hard. He's playing pretty soft. You know, the idea of DeAndre Ayton is a lot better than DeAndre Ayton. I think it would be easier for them to do a trade with the Suns, though, because Ayton and the Suns, we already know the relationship that they have with each other. And then Mikal, I don't think the Suns would want to give up Mikal in this deal, but I think they would kind of have to, just because I don't think Ayton would be like enough as like the star piece. You would need, you know, 2 quality young players, which is why for Toronto, OG would be one, but they don't really have a second quality young player to offer. Like Fred VanVleet's almost 29, 30 now, or he might be 29, 30. And then Gary Trent Jr. is good. He's a good role player, but I don't think he has that potential like Bridges or Ayton or any of these other guys, even OG. But that's the Suns. Memphis all in. I really like Memphis as a destination. I'm a huge fan of Memphis as a destination for KD. Let me see what they have over here as to who they would give up. Desmond Bane, Danny Green, Dylan Brooks, Zaire Williams, Jake LaRavia, or Jaren Jackson in pieces. So what they're saying is it would be Desmond Bane in pieces or Jaren Jackson in pieces. I don't really think Memphis would want to give up Desmond Bane after what he's been doing this season. Like, he's been playing extremely well this year, and he's been one of the best shooting guards in the NBA. He's averaging like 24 points per game on really good defense. Jaren, he's coming off an injury, so the perception of Jaren might not be as high for some people, but I think Jaren makes a really big difference to their defense. I think that Jaren would be like, you know, I think Desmond Bane would be more untradeable than Jaren right now. But if you're Memphis, like if you trade Jaren right now, I guess like it could work because KD could just slide into that 4 spot. But you're losing a lot of rim protection there, and your defense would get worse. Perhaps like they probably wouldn't care. They'd be like, you know, we have Ja, Bane, Brooks, I think I don't know if Brooks would be in this deal, but I don't think Brooks would have to be because Jaren is making like 29 million. So Ja, Bane, Brooks, KD, Steven Adams. That's a very good team. That's probably like a championship contender already. But I don't know if they would be willing to give up Jaren. If I'm then, I probably would give up Jaren like easily than giving up Desmond Bane. I think Desmond Bane would be untouchable. I don't think you should give up Desmond Bane. Jaren Jackson, I think, you know, could be a player you trade away, especially because he's coming off an injury, hasn't really been able to stay healthy for like a majority of his career. So I could get a Jaren Jackson deal, and the idea behind it. And I think if you're Brooklyn, Jaren Jackson, Zaire Williams, Jake LaRavia, David Roddy picks, like that is a very enticing return. So I like Memphis a lot. That's why I like Memphis. They have a lot of young pieces like these rookies, LaRavia, Aldama, Roddy, Zaire Williams. Like these 4 are really high value players. Not really high value, but they are high value players. And then Jaren, obviously, extremely good young player. So if you're the Nets, this is the best deal for you right now. Pelicans, would the Pelicans do Ingram? I doubt it, man. I doubt the Pelicans would do Ingram, because Ingram is a lot younger. You know, you still have Zion. Like, I think Ingram is very, very, almost very, very untouchable. I think right now, like, you'd probably be unwilling to giving him up for like anyone. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, but like Brandon Ingram is a monster. I don't think you would give him up for KD. There's another offer right here that they have. I think Jonas Valanciunas, Devontae Graham, Jackson Hayes, Dyson Daniels. If you're the Nets, you're laughing and hanging up at that deal. That there is nobody in this deal that really intrigues me for the future apart from Dyson Daniels. Because if you're trading Kevin Durant, you're not trading Kevin Durant to make the playoffs. You're trading Kevin Durant to rebuild. And Dyson Daniels is the only player that will help you do that here. And they do have some young pieces, but their young pieces aren't like really enticing. Like the Pelicans are not giving up Herb Jones. They're not giving up Brandon Ingram. They're not giving up Zion. I don't even know if they're giving up Trey Murphy. So I don't really see this happening with the Pelicans because I think Ingram is like Scotty. Like I don't think the Pelicans are going to give Ingram up, even though the Nets would want him, just like how the Raptors will not give up Scotty. So I kind of see a stalemate happening with the Pelicans. New York is very interesting. You know, obviously they're crosstown rivals, as this article says. But Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, and draft capital, as well as one veteran like Derrick Rose or Mitchell Robinson. Again, it's not really enough for me. I think this deal would probably be Like this deal would probably be what they would have traded for like Donovan Mitchell, but I think Kevin Durant is on like a different level. If you are the Brooklyn Nets, you would probably ask for RJ Barrett, even though RJ Barrett has not really been like really good this season at all. He's been pretty underwhelming. RJ Barrett is making a lot of money, and I think it would probably be easier to do a trade with RJ because the contracts would almost match. You'd probably have to throw in some other young pieces there, but would the Nets want RJ with the way he's been playing as a cornerstone of the trade? I really doubt it. I don't think RJ would be enough. I think you need like an all-star, like someone who's been an all-star, someone who's like, who has that all-NBA type potential. I'm not saying RJ does not. I'm just saying that he hasn't really shown anything so far. Like Jaren, he's shown a lot. Like Ingram has shown a lot. Scotty's been rookie of the year. Like RJ Barrett has been, we know he has potential, but he hasn't really like shown it this season. So I'm not sure they would do an RJ Barrett deal. But the Knicks, even them getting Kevin Durant doesn't really make sense to me, because who would their lineup be? Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle. That team is going to peak. It's going to peak in the second round. That team is not going to go anywhere. So I really don't see the Knicks being like a destination for KD, just because they're not really like built to be a contender anytime soon. Like they have a lot of young pieces, but they also have some veterans. It's like, I don't think getting KD makes them like a contender. Like I really don't, just because I don't see their team as advanced in their rebuilding process as a lot of these other teams. So yeah, I'm not gonna say Knicks. Warriors is interesting. KD back to Golden State. Kuminga, Wiseman, and Moody, they would make up 19.1 mil, which is right here, and you would still need 16 mil. And they're saying that if you trade Draymond, Draymond and the three young players, you can get KD, and KD can get be on the Warriors again with Steph and Clay and Jordan Poole. That team would be good, but it's like, Draymond is a very big part of that team, man. Draymond is a huge, but like you would want Draymond, Steph, Poole, Clay. Like I would, if I'm the Warriors, this might sound crazy. I'm not a Warriors fan, but I would be more reluctant to give up Draymond than give up Clay. Like Clay has been disappointing this year, and Draymond is so important to that team. Again, on paper, this team is good with Steph, Clay, Poole, and KD, and probably Looney at the 5, or yeah, I think Clay would be at the 3. Wiggins would still be at the 3, but it would be Steph, Clay, Wiggins, KD, and Looney with what's his name, Poole coming off the bench. That bench becomes a lot worse now. You don't have Moody or Kuminga. I know Wiseman was not really playing that well. If you're the Nets, you probably, won't do this deal either, just because none of these three guys have really shown anything that they can be like stars in this league. Like Kuminga has been a good quality player. Moody has been a good quality role player. Wiseman has been terrible so far, but none of these guys have like shown anything like concrete enough for you to believe on, taking even one of them as your centerpiece for a Kevin Durant trade. So I don't really see this happening for either team. They're saying that Draymond could go to a third team. I don't really, see that happening. I think Draymond is going to stay a Warrior until the season ends. He'll probably leave in free agency after he picks up his player option next season. He'll probably leave in free agency 2 seasons down the line. Next, Jaylen Brown, a consideration for Boston. I don't see Boston doing this deal, man. Like Boston has been playing extremely well. Like I don't really care what they have to say here. Marcus Smart, Brown, like Boston should just stay the course and build how they're playing right now. Like they shouldn't do anything drastic. They're the number 1 seed right now. They're playing extremely well. They're playing really good basketball. If it's not broke, do not fix it. Like you're fine. Your team is playing really well. And a KD trade would just require you to give up 2 core pieces like JB and Marcus Smart. And even though KD is KD, I don't think you need KD to win a championship if you're Boston. You just this team as constructed can win a championship. So I don't think Boston should entertain KD. I think they should keep Jaylen, keep Marcus, and ride the ship right now, because I think they've been playing really well. And if it's not broken, do not try to fix anything that's not broken. Lastly, you got Simmons, to the Lakers, I think Simmons and KD would probably be in this deal. What does it say? Does taking Simmons give the Lakers a shot? I don't know where. I thought this was a KD article. Why is Simmons on this thing? The Lakers have not been willing to part with their 2027 or 2029 picks. Blah, blah, blah. They do not have the volume of firsts. Oh, this is about tanking. Okay, I got you. I don't see the Lakers trading for Simmons or KD. I think the Lakers are gonna try to do the Indiana deal and try to get Buddy Hield and Turner. I don't see the Lakers as an option. I think they're just throwing it at like, shout out to Bleacher Report. They're throwing in the Lakers here just because it's the Lakers. They're gonna get clicks. So the Lakers are not realistic at all for a KD trade or a Simmons trade. These trades are solid. Like, some of these trades are like, I can see some of these destinations as really realistic. Some of these destinations not so much. Out of all these, I would probably say my favorite is still Memphis. I think Memphis is a very good destination for KD. Like, I think Memphis with KD would win the championship. With Ja, even if you traded Jaren, even though I think Grizzlies fans would be like, oh, we don't want to trade Jaren. If you guys gave up Jaren potentially with, I don't know, Zaire Williams and Jake LaRavia, Santi Aldama, David Roddy, whatever draft capital, whatever combination of those you guys give up with Jaren, your lineup is still Ja, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, KD, Steven Adams off the bench. You still have Tyus Jones. You still have, obviously you have Xavier Tillman. You have a combination of any of those young guys you're keeping. Like, you still have like a good bench. Like, I'm probably forgetting some guys that they have on their roster right now. I think Memphis with KD would be dangerous, man. I think Memphis should really, really consider trading for KD because, right now I think they're a really good team, obviously, but I don't think anyone thinks they're going to win a championship right now, even though they're a really fun, exciting team to watch. They're going to be high in the standings. I don't think they're a contender right now. But with KD, they might be the favorite to win it all. That's all I'm going to say. But we're going to wrap it up here, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Again, I am back on this second channel. I'm going to be making videos for a while. So I would appreciate if you guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, all sorts of new videos are going to come on this channel, man. I'll see y'all later as always. Have a nice day. Peace.